No one can tell what lives inside you. It's not for them to see. It's for you to find. And that knowledge comes slow and painful, and it comes through heartache and struggle. It comes through getting whooped long enough and hard enough until you realize that you can't be broken by somebody else. Failure and success have the same origin. They come from within. Behind every unbelievable move was a player who believed. Behind every comeback lives a spirit that refuses to be beaten into submission. Behind every adventure is a core of courage. This is the stuff of dreams. It's how legends are made. And it's why people will remember your name. So be brave, be relentless, be your own hero. All right, so welcome back here. We're about to watch the Division 4 finals here, 2013 PSP West Coast Open. I'm Matty Marshall, lucky enough to have one of the legends of the game sitting in with me for this match, Nikki Cuba from Los Angeles Infamous. So on the breakout, moves up the center, and that is number 99, Sean Wilkins from Asylum408. And then in the snake, also doing work here for Asylum408. So good field position right away for them, Nikki.
Yeah, I mean, right off the break, they took a lot of ground, a lot of real estate. And
which
for
is
Houston Zone,
hard on this field, right?
Yes, it's very hard on this field. But Houston Zone decided to take all the back bunkers, but you're looking at the big man run right through.
Oh,
bunker guy turn around, no one shot him, and he's just wearing him out.
No one even shot at the big man, 99 Sean Wilkins, just getting up there and getting nasty and dirty here on the first point. Wow, I think he even got shot by his own team.
Yeah, because everyone else, as he came through, it was perfect timing. Everyone switched, looked the opposite way. He split the gap between the Dorito on the snake side, the small temple on the snake side, and he was able to bunker out small temple, turn around, shoot the Dorito, shoot the back center. I mean, it was perfect timing.
Yeah, very well executed play. Sean Wilkins actually the only guy that got shot here on that particular play for Asylum408. So they go up one here in this race to 4. And you know, you got to be real careful out there. Race to 4 points, not a lot of points to work with. And good job though.
Yeah, not a lot of points, but you know, you see that Asylum, they wanted to set the tempo. They came out there. They said, you know, let's push up the field real quick. And for Houston Zone, they wanted to kind of feel them out, I think, a little bit. So we're going to see probably a different gameplay come out from Houston Zone right now. Probably a faster, more aggressive.
Well, hopefully. But the thing is, it's so hard actually to play fast and aggressive on this particular field layout unless you're getting kills off the break. That's what we're seeing these guys. You get a G, get that one to kill in front of you. I mean, the best way to help your front guys is shoot the front player in front of them.
Correct.
And that can open things up.
But you got to push that envelope. You know, it's the, 60-40, 50-50 percentage chance of taking the snake on the break or taking Dorito 1 and taking up real estate, taking up angles. And you got to do that to win these games. You know, you can rely on the back center, but if your back center guys aren't shooting people, you got to push those envelopes. You know, you got to be willing to chance it.
You got to roll the dice out there because the snake is, it's hard to make it out there, but my God, we've seen some dominant performances out there from certain snake players by being able to get in. Because once you get in, if no one's in front of you, you can crawl the entire length of the snake, pop up, and now you're shooting everybody in the back. Seen a lot of 3-packs, 3-kill games, 4-kill points out there from this snake side of the field. And so, yeah, you absolutely have to roll the dice.
Yeah, it's old school snake. You know, back in the day, we had snakes like this where it was, if you weren't in the corner, you could just crawl all the way down and gain that real estate, get into their end, and dominate.
So here we go. Oh, Asylum408 leaves early, able to touch back up, though.
Or not. Yeah, so he gets pulled out. So Asylum, a little mental error here, and it looks like Michaela Wilkins
takes one in the face.
Well, actually, Michaela's still alive, but Michaela Wilkins got a female out there rocking out here in the finals, so doing it for the girls out there, and that's awesome to see. You know, it's not just guys playing paintball. There's lots of women that play paintball too, and so any female ballers out there should be stoked.
Stevens getting taken at Snake, and Houston Zone going to be getting up on the board.
Yeah, Houston Zone getting it right back here. Mental mistake by Asylum408, giving them a gift. And
it was off the break. I mean, they lost bodies on the break from, you know, that back center and getting the lanes, and they had very good lanes. They were able to take out 2 bodies. 2 bodies on this field is huge. I mean, you've been watching it. I've been playing it. And to gain 2 bodies is huge.
Yeah, 2 bodies off the break is pretty much just going to give that point to the other team. We'll be right back after these messages. So welcome back here. You're watching the D4 finals here on the live webcast. So, man, if you want to be on the webcast, well, that is completely up to you. Go to the World Cup, fight your way through the divisions, get to the finals, and we'll be calling your name and all the awesome moves that you make out here for everybody to watch around the world. Such a great day out here for paintball. First time I've seen clouds in about 4 days here in Riverside. 9 minutes and 58 seconds to go. Asylum408 and Houston Zone out here playing this D4 final. Asylum on your right-hand side, and now you're looking at Houston Zone. It's all tied up at 1 apiece here in this race to 4, and digging out. So there's no the penalty box doesn't exist in this particular division. It's basically if you get a penalty, then another person's pulled on the penalty and doesn't have to spend any time in the box. It's a 1-for-1, and then major penalties are a 2-for-1.
Big moves off the break. Both teams take D1. But also Asylum losing a body off the break. They made it up to the X, but they just lost that guy from Houston Zone, Snake guy, shooting him out. And we have a 3-on-1 situation with Kat Secor.
Kat Secor, one of the best female paintball players on earth, is out there playing for Asylum, making it out to the finals. Kat Secor, great ambassador for paintball, and she's trying to even push forward. Actually, still 2 bodies left alive, so there's Brian Dubois, and he's over here, the only player left alive. So Kat trying to push forward and get up on that Dorito side of the field, ends up getting taken out.
Yeah, I think she might have thought that she was the only person left for her team and was just trying to push it a little too hard, where if she would have known it was, you know, 2-on-3, cross up, talk to your teammates, figure it out, watch over each other, even it up, and then start pushing down the field. Find out where the bodies are.
It's tough, though, if you have a player on the Snake side of the field and you're on the Dorito side of the field. There's no talking on the Dorito side of the field, so that's something that you got to try to figure out based on what's happening in front of you, and hopefully hear your teammate cross field. But it's tough. So, you know, but hey, I'll give it up to Kat Secor, man, out here playing, making the finals, pushing forward, even down bodies. We'll be right back after this. Score is 2-1 in favor of Houston Zone.
PaintballDojo.com. Support your favorite pro teams. Get your name printed on pro team gear. PaintballDojo.com. Lifestyle gear for players. Full color and completely custom options. You can build a custom design straight from our website. Gear available for both men and women. PaintballDojo.com. Lifestyle gear for players.
So welcome back here. 8 minutes and 42 seconds remain in this Division IV Finals with Houston Zone taking on Asylum408. And after putting up that first awesome point that Asylum had playing really aggressive, they now lose 2 in a row to Houston Zone here. So who's going to win this one, take the Division IV title, the West Coast Open? Well, we're going to find out in a little bit here. I'd like to welcome Todd Martinez back to the booth as well. And I'm up here with paintball legend Nicky Cuba from Los Angeles Infamous. Want to pick his brain on Infamous here at this event. But 34 seconds to go before the next point is played. Matt Jones, Matthew Stevens, Sean Wilkins, Kat Secor, and Charles Langford taking the field for Asylum. And also Chase Reed, Raymond Elwood, Jack Hashem, Keith Brewer, and Ben Lankos for Houston Zone. Man, Texas is representing. Todd, they've got AC back in, Houston Zone's in there. VCK is in the D1 finals. Tons of Texas teams just handling business this year.
And those are names that we've heard before. You know, we've called them out here in the semis and finals of the past few tournaments. And, you know, it's good to see consistency coming out of Texas as well.
Asylum dropping a body off the snake side, as well as Houston Zone.
Oh, looks like
we got a penalty.
Yeah, penalty is going to be assessed, and it looks like they are going to pull out.
Houston Zone's going to wrap this one up real quick from all those penalties.
Wow.
Only one body left for Asylum.
It was Matthew Stevens getting that penalty, just leaving Charles Langford and Matt Jones out there. So Houston Zone initially not looking so good, but now it looks like they're going to get 3 unanswered points and be 1 point away from taking this victory here.
And running down the sideline right there, clean out the last player on the Dorito side. Houston Zone puts it on him.
That's got to be frustrating. You come out, put that first point up in the finals, you're like, oh, we're looking good. They had a real good aggressive game plan too. Got up there in the center, had penetration on the snake side, and then just 3 points in a row. Disaster strikes. They've got 2 penalties as well.
Losing bodies off the break.
Yeah, losing bodies off the break. So it went from awesome play to getting tore up real fast. But hey, 8 minutes and 2 seconds left. They're only down 2, but the problem is 1 point away from losing this game.
I think that's just, you know, not being headstrong, you know, not trusting in your teammates, or just trying to push it too much, trying to do too much for your team. Or maybe the person didn't feel that hit, you know. It's a...
it happens.
You know,
it happens. You're going to get penalties.
Everyone has it happen.
It's part of the game. I mean,
Well,
find me a tournament where there's no penalties. I'll show you some pigs that can fly. Also have some beautiful beach in the Everglades I'd like to sell you. But yeah, so Nicky, while we got just a quick second, how do you feel about Infamous's performance here at this event?
Horrible.
I would agree.
I mean, you know, we worked very hard, but I mean,
you you again redeemed yourselves at the end.
Yeah, we redeemed ourselves, but you know, we play good on Sundays. You know, when our back's against the wall, we always play good. We just have to figure out how to do that on the first day. You know, we have the core, we have the talent, and we just, you know, we put in the time, we put in the effort. It just wasn't our day, you know.
Was it the field layout, maybe?
No, I mean, I think it was, we just got shot out of our bunkers. We were trying too hard, you know, in gunfights and stuff like that individually.
Maybe that was it. You wanted it too much. You know how that happens sometimes. Yeah. You just, I mean, maybe that was the thing for Vicious too. You want it so, no, that's not it for Vicious. No. Hey, I was trying to throw a softball at you, see if you'd hit that one out the park.
The softball hit me in the forehead.
It's 7 minutes and 53 seconds. Asylum versus Houston Zone. Houston Zone 1 point away from taking this D4 victory.
Asylum dropping 2 players.
Oh, Asylum just picks that guy, that Houston Zone player, out of the middle. He's walking off. That's number 54, Raymond Elwood.
Asylum dropping 2 players, but they're in great field position in the A, in the 50 snake, in Dorito 1. This is quality real estate right now, just as long as they could talk to each other, watch over each other.
Travis Nance in the back center for Houston Zone, locking off the Dorito side. Asylum up in the middle of the field. They're in the A. They're in the 50 snake.
Oh, they got to be careful. That center 50 player, I think, just might have got dinked. No, it hit that pod. That's an old school trick.
Yes.
Tell me that's not an old school trick. There's a hole in front of you. Oh, I got an empty pod and put that empty pod out in front of it. That was nice.
That's you know, just a heads up play. You know, you have the ability to do that. You know, I just loaded my pod. Where do I want to put it? Do I want to throw it behind me?
Nope.
Or do I want to put it right by
I'm going to put that right in front of
And now we got guy getting run down and a major penalty. Asylum just, and that's the ball game, race to 4.
So unfortunate turn of events. They initially looked pretty awesome, but we'll head to this commercial break. Be right back.
A&S Gear rocks the largest inventory of any paintball retailer. From our massive selection of guns, to our endless supply of goggles, paint, loaders, tanks, and apparel. With your choice of free shipping on orders over $100 to next day, Saturday, or international shipping options, you get the products you need sooner. Shop now at ansgear.com.
So welcome back here. Congratulations to Houston Zone, who, after losing that first point, it was just all Houston Zone after that to take this D4 final game. That's some gumption right there, man. You head into the finals, you get smoked down in the first point, and you're like, nope, that ain't gonna happen again. And they come out, win the tournament.
I think it was that soft play, that first point. They wanted to feel out Asylum408, figure out what they wanted to do, and then they changed up their game plans to tailor to Asylums, and get those easy Gs on the break, which they were able to get easy Gs, and from those easy Gs, able to capitalize also on the penalties.
No, they absolutely did. Well, penalties in this particular format, you get a penalty, it's a 1-for-1. So I get shot, I cheat, my boys come with me. If it's a major, I play on. 2 more of my boys are coming with me, or girls, because Kat Secor and Michaela. We're also Michaela Wilkins, which is great, man. That's big, small, tall, old, young, doesn't matter. Girl, boy, everyone can play paintball, and that's just one of the awesome things. The gun's a great equalizer. So you see a lot of guys who have been stars in football or baseball who love the game of paintball, but then you also see emo kids and guys that like to play video games that love paintball too. It runs the gambit, the whole spectrum. And it's just a really interesting activity. So here's the schedule for the rest of the day. Next up, we have Project Mayhem, going to be taking on Capital Edge, DMG Red, and then AC402 and DC Devastation. VCK going to be taking on Revo. And then Upton 187 Crew, Chicago Aftershock, man, that's going to be awesome. Aftershock played the craziest game I've seen in years against the Tauntauns earlier on. If you haven't seen that, you need to go watch it on demand after these games, because that one was crazy.
That was intense.
Did you get a chance to see that one, Nicky?
I did get a chance to see it, Todd. Did you see, I've just seen Mike Bruno running across the sidelines, back and forth. They were trying to figure out what was going on. And, it came after a hot gun penalty. And, I've just seen him just go crazy because he'd seen his teammate or, his player with these blood welts. And he, felt like a parent almost.
Yeah. Well, and you guys have played with Mikey. You know how intense that guy can get when things are, that he cares about are on the line. And we actually had a replay of him flipping out, and it was very entertaining. He actually apologized for the entertainment during an interview, and I'm like, come on, Mikey, don't apologize for being entertaining. If anything, we need to be thanking you for that little awesomeness that we got to see out of Mikey Bruno. I just love Aftershock, man. Aftershock's it's a historic team. They got a bunch of young, hungry guys fighting to try to reinvigorate that name and get back into the top level of paintball, which they will be playing in the Champions League for World Cup. And with the talent that's on that team, they always have a chance. It's the little mistakes though that's been killing Aftershock for the past 2 seasons, because they've been moving these divisional players up to try to get to the pro level caliber play. They picked up Carl Makowski, who has just had some of the best run-throughs we've seen all tournament long. We played with Carl, We know
He's
we know what he's capable
That
of.
dude's one of the fastest guys ever seen run.
Yeah.
But he had some great run-throughs, and like you said, mistakes have happened with those teams, and they were not at the top level. Now they're working their way up there, and then you got Tauntauns who, overseas were at the top level. They came over here, they're playing very well. They had our number all year.
Yeah.
And now they're just totally regressing back, and they will be in the challengers bracket.
All right, so let's check down here. Award ceremony, D4, race to 4. Let's check it out.
I am up on the podium getting cozy with Toronto Genesis here, D4 race to 4, 3rd place. How are you guys feeling?
It's been a warm day, really good day. We, started off with a little warm embers in the fire, but we took a full-blown blaze today. Came out there, won them games. 3rd place is great, and, good for Houston. I mean, they beat us. They won the final. Good for them. I'd rather them win than the other team, so thanks to them. Thanks to our sponsor, GI Sports, and all these guys here, this lovely team, family. Woo!
All right. Well, congratulations, guys.
Thanks
3rd place.
again.
We'll see you at World Cup.
Thank you.
All right, so next up, congratulations. We're going to have as much of the award ceremony as we possibly can fit in with all the games we have to play left today. But next up, Project Mayhem going to take on Capital Edge DMG Red, and we'll be right back after this short break.